Hang on, we have breaking news. We go to Brian Sack here in Fort Wayne. Brian, go ahead.
Hi, Glenn. I'm standing here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, in front of some kind of building. Maybe it's a courthouse, maybe it's the city hall. I don't really know. I didn't do any research, but it has a dome on it, which means it's official in some capacity. And there's a gigantic protest here and a counter-protest across the street. And we're going to talk to the protesters and find out what exactly they're protesting and what exactly the people across the street are protesting about the people across the street protesting. Horns were blaring their support as two angry groups of protesters engaged in a dramatic face-off over the Da Vinci Code. I mean Iraq. The ironic dividing line? Clinton Street. On the west side of the street, people waving flags and signs that made no sense to me. On the east side, people waving flags and signs that made a little more sense. I needed answers. Why were they demonstrating? I asked the west side.
Our agenda is to end the war in Iraq. Absolutely bring the troops home alive.
That sounded reasonable, so I headed to the counter-protest on the east side of Clinton, the street. You're supporting the war?
We're not supporting the war, we're supporting the troops.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to show that no matter what people believe, politics, you know, whatever it is, that we support them no matter what.
I was confused. If both sides supported the troops, why not just stand on one side of the street? Now, what separates this side of the street from that side of the street if you both seem to actually support the troops?
Absolutely. I really think it's more of a misunderstanding. I was talking with the gentleman last week.
A misunderstanding, perhaps, but without some kind of conflict, I had no story. And if I had no story, Glenn would make me eat staples again. I went back to the east side and tried one more time. Have you heard of a person named Glenn Beck?
Yes, I have.
What do you think of Glenn Beck?
I think Glenn Beck's great.
You think he's great?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Well, actually,
Why the hell are you honking?
Actually, I did a thing for him. I sold a sandwich on eBay with his face on it.
You sold a sandwich on eBay with Glenn Beck's face?
Yes, I can say that.
Fortunately, he's the only person who can say that. Back on the west side of the street, I found the conflict I needed. Do you know a person named Glenn Beck?
Yes, I do.
And what do you think of Glenn Beck?
Glenn Beck is a warmonger. Glenn Beck is one of the people responsible for selling this war to the American people, deceiving the American people that Iraq was involved in 9/11.
Finally, I had my story. Glenn would be happy, and I could have my son back. Glenn, what it boils down to is both sides actually support the troops, but the east side of Clinton Street loves you, while the west side of Clinton Street can't stand you a bit. Brian Sack reporting.
That was great. Seriously, I feel really bad about that warmongering thing and getting all of America into the war. It was bad. Apologize. Hey, let's go to somebody with some actual, journalistic credentials. Erica Hill.
Are you saying your boy out there didn't have any journalistic credentials?
Me? Why would I? I don't even know what you're... Hey, do you just eat chocolates from the box, or do you use a little guide?
Well, I find that there aren't guides as often as I would like there to be.